All relationships exist on a spectrum, from healthy to abusive, with unhealthy often somewhere in between. But it is not always easy to recognize when a relationship crosses from healthy to harmful. We can become so accustomed to subtle imbalances or mistreatment that they start to feel normal, leaving us unsure of what we're truly experiencing. This video examines 7 key areas to help you identify whether your relationship is healthy, unhealthy, or abusive. Sometimes, relationships are not unhealthy or abusive in every aspect, which can make someone believe it's healthier than it is. Often, kind gestures in one area mask hurtful behavior in another. By examining each area individually, you can gain a clearer picture of where your relationship truly stands. Communication lies at the heart of every relationship, shaping the foundation of safety, trust, and mutual respect. In a healthy relationship, communication is open, safe, and supportive. You can sit down with your partner and share the highs and lows of your day and how it affected you without hesitation. They listen attentively, ask questions to understand better, and validate your feelings. They might say, "I'm here for you," or "That sounds really tough. Tell me more." There's a back and forth dialogue where you feel supported, heard, and valued. You're not afraid to be vulnerable or worry about being judged. You can openly share your personal challenges, insecurities, and concerns that come up. Feeling safe in being able to share your thoughts and feelings, it strengthens the relationship as you both learn more about the other. In an unhealthy relationship, you hesitate to speak up about what's bothering you or to share your thoughts or ideas. When you try to share, your partner may seem distracted or change the subject quickly, leaving you feeling dismissed. They may withhold details about their day or avoid discussing meaningful topics. And when questioned, they give you vague answers or shut down conversations entirely. Over time, you may feel like you're walking on eggshells, fearful of bringing up things that matter because you don't want to be brushed off or met with indifference. This imbalance leaves you feeling uncertain and disconnected, as if your partner isn't fully present or invested in the relationship. You're often confused or unsure about how they feel or what they think about important topics related to you or the relationship. In an abusive relationship, communication becomes a tool of control and harm. You're often afraid to share your thoughts or feelings, or to ask clarification on your partner's thoughts or feelings. When you share feelings of concern, your partner belittles you, calling you names, or implying you're foolish for speaking up. They may say things like, "You're always so sensitive," or "Why make such a big deal out of nothing?" which can make you feel ashamed or wrong for expressing yourself. This may escalate to threats, stonewalling, or the silent treatment to punish you. If you attempt to set boundaries or discuss their behavior, they may turn things around, blaming you or making you feel guilty for even bringing it up. Such interactions erode your self-worth and create a climate of fear, trapping you in a cycle where you're afraid to express even your smallest thoughts or needs. In a healthy relationship, both partners know and care about what the other feels and thinks about topics, and both feel understood. In an unhealthy relationship, you start to hesitate or question if you should share your feelings or thoughts, and you may be unsure as to your partner's thoughts or emotions, yet feel or are made to feel guilty or ashamed for asking. In an abusive relationship, you are afraid to share your thoughts and feelings, and are afraid to question your partner about their thoughts, lest you be insulted or mocked, and are afraid to ask about their feelings, lest you be blamed for their emotional state. Respect upholds each partner's individuality, boundaries, and dreams, creating a space where both feel valued and safe. Without it, the relationship can deteriorate into an environment of pain, fear, and control. In a healthy relationship, partners respect each other's boundaries, ideas, and inspirations, supporting one another's growth and aspirations as long as it doesn't harm the other. Each partner celebrates the other's achievements and are genuinely interested in their perspectives, beliefs, and dreams. Privacy is honored, whether it's having time alone, respecting personal belongings, or boundaries around conversations or time with friends and family. Neither partner intrudes on the other's space or privacy without valid reason, allowing each person the freedom to express their individuality. This mutual respect strengthens trust and demonstrates that both partners value each other as an individual person as well as their autonomy. In an unhealthy relationship, respect gradually fades, often in subtle yet damaging ways. A partner may disregard boundaries by invading your privacy, such as going through personal items or checking your email or messages without permission. They often brush off your concerns or make you feel unreasonable for wanting some privacy, saying things like, "If you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't care." This creates an unsettling sense of being constantly monitored or judged. When you share a goal or idea, they may dismiss it with an eye roll, a sarcastic comment, or direct mockery, saying, "That's a stupid idea," or "That'll never work." Over time, this lack of respect erodes your confidence, leaving you feeling insignificant and that your needs and dreams do not matter, which can make you hesitate to share your needs, thoughts, or dreams. In an abusive relationship, respect is entirely absent, replaced by open hostility and control. When you express a goal, desire, or opinion, your partner might respond with ridicule or direct insults, saying things like, "You're too stupid to do that," or "Who do you think you are?" These remarks are intended to shame, belittle, and control you, making you doubt your worth and capabilities. Abuse may also extend to your possessions or pets. Your partner might destroy or damage items dear or meaningful to you and may harm your pets to punish or intimidate you. They abuse you without leaving marks on you physically. Disrespect may eventually turn physical, with the abusive partner pushing, slapping, or hitting to assert control. Verbal abuse can escalate to relentless accusations, name-calling, and attacks on your character, all designed to make you feel worthless. Over time, this environment of fear and punishment undermines your self-worth and entraps you in dependency. In a healthy relationship, both partners feel honored for who they are as individuals. In an unhealthy relationship, one partner is made to feel ashamed for who they are and for having needs, desires, and dreams. In an abusive relationship, one partner's needs and individuality are severely restricted or denied entirely, and they are punished for having different beliefs or desires than their partner, or expressing needs the abuser does not approve of, or inconveniences the abuser. Trust is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship, while abusers often weaponize this trust to manipulate and control. In a healthy relationship, trust flows effortlessly. Both partners genuinely believe in each other's best intentions and feel secure sharing both joys and challenging moments. Partners automatically assume a valid reason for small things, like when one partner comes home 5 or 10 minutes late. Partners feel confident that sharing thoughts, vulnerabilities, past mistakes, or secrets will be met with safety and understanding, free from judgment or ridicule. Partners know that their private information won't be shared or used against them later. When one partner gives advice or feedback, the other trusts that it comes from a place of care and truth with honest intentions. In an unhealthy relationship, doubt about your partner's intentions begin to creep in. You may hesitate to share personal information, fearing it won't be kept safe. You may fear that your vulnerabilities, past mistakes, beliefs, or ideas may be dismissed or ridiculed. There's an underlying feeling that you have to constantly prove yourself. Even small things, like coming home 5 minutes late during a storm, may lead to unnecessary questioning or interrogation. You are expected to blindly trust your partner's words and actions and made to feel guilty for questioning their actions, intentions, or information. Yet you have to constantly provide proof before you are trusted. Trust is frequently broken, such as them sharing your private thoughts, secrets, or vulnerabilities with others, and then brushing it off as harmless when you express your displeasure about it. There's an unsettling sense that they're monitoring your activities without cause. In an abusive relationship, you fear sharing anything with your partner as it is frequently used to shame and guilt trip you or to manipulate and control you. Your vulnerabilities, past mistakes, and beliefs are often twisted and shared maliciously to damage your reputation and credibility and turning others against you. Even trivial flaws from your childhood can be exaggerated to belittle you. What you share is often taken out of context to excuse the abuser's bad behavior or to make you feel small, ashamed, or unworthy. In this environment, trust is non-existent. Victims may find tracking apps on their devices or tracking devices in their car or belongings and may be forced to give their partner full access to personal communication, finances, and whereabouts. You might be required to provide proof of your activities, such as sending pictures when you go out, and may not be allowed to go out alone or talk to others. In a healthy relationship, you can trust your partner to have your back. In an unhealthy relationship, trust is partial and uncertain. In an abusive relationship, having to trust your partner becomes a source of fear and anxiety. Honesty forms the foundation of a healthy relationship, underscoring the trust that each partner has in the other. In a healthy relationship, honesty allows both partners to be their true selves. You feel free to speak openly, even if it involves disagreement or constructive criticism. You can be yourself without needing to hide any part of who you are or changing your beliefs or core values to gain validation or acceptance from your partner. When disagreements arise, you can discuss them constructively and reach a mutual understanding. Honesty allows you to be your authentic self while growing personally within the safety of a relationship. In an unhealthy relationship, honesty becomes a source of doubt. You might feel that your partner often withholds information or tells only half the truth. They may avoid certain topics, give vague answers to direct questions, or leave you with lingering doubts. They might not share details about where they've been or what they're spending money on, creating an atmosphere of secrecy. You may feel compelled to hide parts of yourself that they might disapprove of, or avoid sharing opinions to keep the peace, fearing that honesty will lead to conflict or dismissal. In an abusive relationship, honesty is twisted to fit the abuser's narrative, used to control and intimidate. You may feel afraid to speak openly, lest you offend or anger your partner, and may constantly need to defend yourself against baseless accusations. Your partner may accuse you of lying, having affairs, or hiding things from them without any proof. Innocent words or actions are frequently turned against you, where you find yourself needing to defend or justify yourself. Even innocent conversations can, without warning, turn into an interrogation, where they might demand access to your personal devices or accounts to verify your claims. They may even contact friends, family, or your workplace to check your whereabouts, with little concern for the impact on your reputation. The abuser often justifies their accusations or actions without needing proof, forcing you to accept their version of events and gaslighting you into doubting your own reality. They feel they are justified in punishing you in any way they wish, simply because they believe you are guilty of whatever they accuse you of. In a healthy relationship, there's a sense of ease and knowing you are accepted as you are and believed. In an unhealthy relationship, honesty is inconsistent and you feel compelled to hide parts of yourself to avoid conflict. In an abusive relationship, honesty is often punished and the truth becomes whatever the abuser decides it is, regardless of any evidence to the contrary. Equality is crucial in a healthy relationship, as it gives both partners an equal voice in the decisions that shape their shared life. In a healthy relationship, both partners feel valued and empowered, knowing they have an equal say in decisions that affect them. You share responsibilities and collaborate on important matters, such as finance, planning activities, or family decisions like raising children. Both partners express their opinions freely, respecting each other's needs and preferences. For example, if one person wants Italian food and the other prefers Chinese, you compromise in a way that considers both preferences, knowing each of you matters equally. This approach fosters mutual respect and flexibility, with each partner occasionally making concessions. Decisions are made collaboratively, without pressure or guilt tripping to conform to the other's wishes. In an unhealthy relationship, equality begins to erode as one partner subtly takes control. This can include using sarcasm, shame, or guilt to manipulate your choices, making you feel unintelligent or selfish for having different preferences. Your ideas, needs, and desires are frequently dismissed or mocked until you give in, creating an environment where decisions are largely centered around their wants and needs. Although you may still have some say, it feels like an uphill battle, and compromises from them are rare. Over time, you may find it easier to agree just to avoid conflict, even if it means sacrificing your own needs. In an abusive relationship, the abuser exercises control over nearly every aspect of a relationship, and, often, the victim's life. They dictate what you can and cannot do, while feeling entitled to act as they please without consulting or explaining themselves. They make you feel inferior, claiming you're too stupid or incompetent to make decisions. This can escalate to micromanaging your life, telling you what to eat, how to dress, and how to behave. You may start asking permission for even basic actions, like using the restroom, fearing consequences for anything not pre approved. Over time, this erodes your confidence, making you feel incapable of making decisions, even if you're the primary earner in the relationship. Attempts to assert independence or disagreeing with them are often met with threats or severe punishment. Reinforcing your role is solely to comply to their demands, and not doing so is seen as disobedience or disloyalty. In a healthy relationship, you feel valued and know your voice matters. In an unhealthy relationship, it feels largely about your partner's needs. In an abusive relationship, compliance becomes essential just to survive. Personal time is a vital part of any healthy relationship, allowing each person the space to nurture their own interests, friendships, and individual identity. In a healthy relationship, both partners value personal time and see it as a way to recharge and stay connected to themselves. Time apart is not seen as neglect, but as a normal, healthy part of life. You feel free to pursue your hobbies, enjoy a solo shopping trip, or have a night out with friends without any guilt or fear. Your partner respects and encourages this, understanding that time spent individually can strengthen the relationship. There's no pressure to always be together, and having separate interests or social circles is viewed as a benefit that brings new ideas and experiences into the relationship, fostering growth. In an unhealthy relationship, personal time often creates tension and guilt. Your partner may feel uncomfortable with you spending time alone, or subtly imply that wanting personal space is selfish or disloyal. They may say things like, "Don't you love me?" Or, "You'd rather be with your friends than with me?" Leading you to feel guilty for prioritizing your independence. You may notice an underlying insecurity or clinginess that makes you hesitate to take personal time, as it's perceived as rejection. Although you're not forbidden from being apart, you might avoid it to keep the peace. Over time, the relationship can become stagnant, as experiences or ideas from outside are often dismissed or unwelcome. In an abusive relationship, the concept of personal time is often non-existent. The abuser controls when, where, and with whom you can spend time, isolating you from friends and family through intimidation, threats, or outright demands. They may say things like, "I don't trust your friends," or "If you cared about me, you wouldn't need anyone else," positioning themselves as your only support. In extreme cases, you may be forbidden from going out alone or engaging in activities they can't oversee, or even leaving your room without permission. Hobbies and interests are allowed only if they fit the abuser's preference or control. The abuser's need to dominate leaves no space for independence, and your free time may be criticized as laziness, an opportunity for you to fulfill more of their demands. In a healthy relationship, both partners enjoy activities and connections outside of the relationship. In an unhealthy relationship, wanting personal time is discouraged and can lead to guilt. In an abusive relationship, your time is entirely controlled by a partner, erasing your independence. Accountability is a vital part of a healthy relationship, and where both partners own up to their mistakes and take active steps to improve. In a healthy relationship, both partners take responsibility for their actions and genuinely work to make amends. When one partner hurts the other, whether intentionally or not, they acknowledge their mistake without excuses. They listen to their partner's feelings, validate their concerns, and commit to changing their behavior to avoid repeating the same issues. This approach fosters mutual respect and security, reinforcing that while mistakes happen, they can strengthen the relationship if corrected with effort and understanding. Partners also take responsibility for their roles in maintaining a healthy relationship, ensuring they meet shared needs and commitments. In an unhealthy relationship, accountability is often shallow or inconsistent. One partner might occasionally admit fault, but usually downplays the impact of their actions. They may dismiss your feelings with comments like, "You're overreacting," or "It wasn't that big of a deal." While they might promise to change, follow through is rare, instead doing the bare minimum to prevent conflict or you from leaving rather than making real improvements. Responsibilities may fall unevenly, with them neglecting their duties, leaving it up to you to do. You may feel as if you're always giving in to keep the peace, or making the effort to keep the relationship going. They may also make choices that benefit them at the expense of the relationship, and deflect blame or downplay their role in the relationship failing when problems arise. In an abusive relationship, accountability is typically absent. The abuser refuses to acknowledge any wrongdoing and often shifts the blame onto you for their actions or denying having taken the actions in question. They may use phrases like, "You made me do this," "You provoked me," or "I never did that," making you question your perspective. They may also attack your character as a way to shift focus away from their actions. Accountability is evaded through manipulation or outright denial, and attempts to address their behavior are often met with retaliation or punishment. Responsibilities, like shared chores, may be completely ignored, and any request for accountability can lead to verbal attacks or other forms of control. In a healthy relationship, partners accept where they are wrong, make a genuine effort to make things right on the terms of the person who was wronged, and take steps to prevent future issues, often by changing their behaviors. In an unhealthy relationship, admitting fault is rare and superficial just to avoid consequences. In an abusive relationship, confronting the abuser about their behavior or lack of accountability often leads to punishment or retaliation. Learn more about narcissism by watching the video suggested to you right now.